when we left off, well, I said I was going to go away for a while, build up my forces, and then basically release a strike to end all strikes against the North since we had become stalemate. And while I've been building this army, the North have regularly raided me. I didn't bother recording it because the raids weren't much, just tanks and a couple of troopers, nothing hard, could easily beat them back. And basically what's happened is I've basically starved the North now. As you can see, their silos are now basically empty. They only have one tank on base now and just a few troops. So basically the Nod, I basically waged a war of attrition against the Nod because last episode we took out all their tiberium collection. So basically now the Nod have just basically spent themselves into a corner, and now it's time to move in and mop up. Now of course, it's still a risk because obviously I have units who didn't even pass primary school, so here's where it gets tricky. But as you can see, I've split my units into groups. I've got 3 groups of infantry, 3 Humvees, and I have an APC. I changed my mind on the APC because I've decided to give it some valuable cargo. Inside this APC there are 4 grenadiers and an engineer. Now the plan I have with the APC is I'm going to move the APC deep into the Nod base, and I suspect the command, well not the construction yard is just here in the black area. So I'm going to push on the eastern side of the Nod base and not the western side. Yes, I should take the western side because it's got troop producing builds, but 1, the Nod are very low on resources, and 2, if I go there, the tank's just going to have a running over fest again, and there's that enemy turret. So I'm going to take, I think the east side it probably has more stuff that the Nod actually don't want to lose. Take out the silos, that'll mop up whatever tiberium they have left. If I take out the construction yard, they can't rebuild. Take out the power plants, their unit production times will be through the floor, and I don't think they can flag in any more aircraft with it. So I'm assuming the airstrip needs power in order to call in reinforcements. So we're going to make sure the Nod, the Nod now can't buy anything. Now we're going to make sure they can't call for help. So I'm going to start moving up our lovely groups of troops. Why I've split them into 3 groups is just to minimise casualties should the tank decide to go for the old let's run everyone over tactics. So I'm just going to move them in separately. Humvees, you will take the western flank, and I've already got stuff. I've basically drained this area of Tiberium, by the way. This is all I have left. There is a big field in the north, but the Nod regularly patrol it, so I have to be very careful with it. APC will be coming up. Now the APC is nice and tough, but against that tank it won't last very long. So I need the Humvees really, because I've learned that Humvees are actually really good for drawing the fire of a tank. Because I learned while the Nod were raiding me, but the Nod were a bit stupid in raiding me because they just basically they just kept sending tanks accompanied by RPG troops. And it looks like the Nod are planning to go on another raid now actually. Now that tank I suspect is the last one they'll ever be able to create, just because they are so starved of resources now because they can't collect them anymore. So I think this might just be my so troops. Let's push up. Now I don't know what's up here. I don't know if that's a turret that'll fire upon us or it's just an air turret. It's just an air turret. Start firing on it. Let's stir some shit up. Right. It's a bit hard selecting units when I'm just gonna turn off the side. Oh shit. Turning off the sidebar makes everything go widescreen and then it ruins everything. Right, but there we go. Pushing in now. Take out that vehicle. I've also learned that minigun. Shit, careful. I've also learned that minigunners are actually very effective against tanks. A few bursts of concentrated fire will actually wipe out a tank, provided the tank doesn't get an opportunity to run guys over. But it works very well. So that's a nice little nugget of knowledge that I'm going to keep for. Minigunners are useless. Minigunners are good against infantry, and they are good against tanks if you can get them to sustain fire for a while. But obviously on top of that, minigunners do have a very short range of fire, so the problem with that is obviously that's close enough for the tank just to say fuck it, I'm going to run you over. And I think the construction yard is willing to do so. I'm going to start pushing the APC forward. I'm just going to continue that. I know there is a Nod raid heading this way, but I've not been training grenadiers, so I'll have a welcoming committee ready for them. But let's push into the refinery, and this is a good feeling. This is a good feeling. I think I'm going to finally win this mission. We're going to get rid of that airbase before another tank gets called in there. the APC is just going to start pushing in. Guys, don't stand too close to your own grenades. Don't be idiots now. We haven't won this yet.
Yes, sir.
We're going to just take out this, because I'm trying to avoid that. The tank's going to double back and put forwards, right? We'll be ready for it. As long as the APC is not in its range, I should be good. I see the construction. I can just see the edge of that construction, yeah, right? Take out that refinery quickly before the tank's on top of us again. Go on. Oh, looks like some last minute defenders have just popped out. Let's just get rid of them. Come on. There we go. Right, everyone push on that airfield for now. APC, you move up. Humvees and a few troops. You're going to pull back. You're going to keep that tank's mine occupied for now. Let's finish this off. APC, if you'd be so kind to unload your cargo of grenadiers. That airbase is fucking tanky, right? You have your job engineer. Take out that construction yard. We'll capture it. And actually, if I take the construction yard, I should gain the ability to construct buildings again. So even if I lose this attack, I'll be able to rebuild at my own forward base. But it doesn't really matter. We're gonna get that construction yard. And basically, we've taken over one of the most. Well, yeah. Hey! I can build again. I can build a communication centre, a new refinery. And I think the Nod just actually sold their barracks for some emergency credits, but it's not going to do anything. I can actually build a Nod. That is cool. Since I've captured a Nod construction yard, I actually have access to all the blueprints for their building. I can build airstrips, Nod barracks, sandbag wall. I can build a lot of cool shit here. I don't really have enough money to build it, but whatever. And I did lose my Humvees thanks to that tank, but either way, it don't matter. I have effectively won now. We've done it. This mission really frustrated me, but actually, I think this mission has also been a learning curve for me. I've learned a little bit more about how this game works. I've learned that when it comes to tanks, keep them out of the way. And really, the best way to beat the Nod is really attrition. Attrition. That is what I'm going to be doing in future missions. In order to beat the Nod, we just need to really, you know, don't go for the head of the octopus that is the Nod. Go for the rest of his bits, you know, cut his legs off before you take out his head, because, you know, with each leg the Noctopus loses, it becomes weaker and weaker and weaker. I've taken out the airstrip, it can't call for help. I've taken out the construction yard, it can't rebuild any buildings. I've taken out his tiberium collectors, he can't get any more resources, vice versa. So what's the end result? He can't train troops, he can't help himself, and Nod are now basically helpless. And then, you never know, maybe in here there'll also be some compromising evidence that might even be able to clear the name of General Shepherd and maybe get me some more funds. Because it was a bit hard, cause I think it took me about 40 minutes of off-camera time to build my army to this level, just because it took me a while to get shit going, and also the Nod were rather consistently raided. Like, it was a rather consistent raid, but the raids were always the same, and I could beat them back. Every so often I would lose a few troops, mainly just because the tank got a lucky shot or something like that. But, yep, I call this a victory, and I look forward to seeing where we invade next. But everyone just start, the Nod are doing their best to repair, but it's over. It's over and done. It's not over and done. You ain't got no one to cry to now, and the UN will restore my funding and make me cool again. I will no longer be a fugitive, but I might have to answer for all the Nod personnel I have just murdered in this raid, and answer questions as to how I got this many folks conscripted. Alright, let's finish this off, guys. Let's finish this off, and I'm just going to make one last save, just because I am about to win. Oops. Mission 5.96. Alright, let's finish them off then. So we've got 2 silos left, and that should be it. If we don't win the mission, I will assume there are some Nod units still out on patrol, but I think everyone got caught in the base when I raided it, so this silo is all that's left. Yes, sir. You know what? Oh, I can't afford a communication center. I was going to build one, that would have been cool. Some site on my own. There we go.
Mission accomplished.
Hey, done. Alright, let's look at some scores then and some cutscenes. Germany's more arid than I remember it, by the way. I'm guessing that was symbolism there. So anyway, the results, which you sadly can't see. So this mission took me a total of 2 hours and 7 minutes. Ages. My leadership score was 16%, my efficiency score was 4%, and total casualties, well, 162 GDI casualties to 206 North casualties. I did not come out very well there. I had a decent amount of credits though, so something went well for me at least. Something did go well, but overall, not my best performance. But I have come out with valuable lessons of the effects of attrition and the effects of everything. So see you all on the next episode.